Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the West Coast Sports Junkies, episode 39. Yes, you heard it, folks. 39. Good to be back. Post-Christmas episode. Lots to go over. First of all, it's cold as F in town. I'm not cold where I'm sitting right now. I'm just supporting my colors here, just so everyone's aware. Champions League, they did a little bit of damage. We'll talk about that later, but we got to get into the Seahawks. We got to get into the Canucks. They haven't played for a while. Will they be playing anytime soon? Ty, I think, has some tickets. One of my favorite Canucks in the background here, number 3, Mr. Kevin BX. So we're gonna start with a quick beer, and nothing special tonight, just some Stella. But Ty, what do you got going on tonight?
Hey guys, good to be back. Welcome back to the show, Chris. We missed you last week. I am also drinking Stella tonight. What do you got going on over there, Mike?
Yeah, well, I didn't get the memo there, boys, but tonight, since it's our New Year's episode, I'm popping bottles with the Grolsch. It's a nice Pilsner.
Yeah, the Grolsch is good. Real good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know I had a couple there yesterday at your house, man. Those hit the spot, you know?
They are. They're good beer. Big beer. It's a lot of fun.
It's good and big. Go big or go home. Well, it looks like the Seahawks are going to be staying home for the playoffs.
Nicely done there.
What happened, Ty? Give us the rundown of the game, and give us the rundown. I know you've been very opinionated in the group chat these last couple of days. Mike was kind of like, he was like, Ty, shut the fuck up already. But what's going on? What do you got for us, insider?
Well, where do we even start here? You're definitely correct by saying the Seahawks are staying home because they are officially eliminated from the playoffs. Crazy what a difference a year makes, as not even a year. Earlier this year, we were playing in the wild card round against the Rams in the playoffs as NFC West champs. In the game which we lost, but no, the game on Sunday was the Snow Bowl. It was some crazy weather in Seattle, similar to what we've had here. But during the game, it was a blizzard. A lot of fun to watch. I think it was only the third home snow game in Seahawk history. And, it was the same song and dance with the Seahawks. They played okay. Rashad Penny looked really good. Russ looked okay, but inconsistent. He hit DK on an early long throw for a touchdown. But other than that, he just, I don't know if it's still the injury or what, but, wasn't very good. The run game was good. Defense was okay. But we were playing against Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears, who were absolutely terrible. And we ended up losing on a 2-point conversion, blowing a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter again, which is, seems to be a recent theme with this team. And yeah, to sum it up, like I've been saying on this podcast and in the group chat, much to Mike's dismay, is it's time for a change. We need to shake things up. Thank you, Pete, but see you later, Pete. I don't know. What do you think, Mike? What did you think of the game and the direction the Seahawks are heading here?
Well, it was a very disappointing finish for the Seahawks. And, Pete Carroll always, goes on and on about, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we had a huge lead going into the fourth and blew that lead. And last week we discussed how the Ravens or whoever it was playing the Ravens or whatnot, and they went for a 2-point conversion to get the win and not just to tie it up and force it into overtime. And that's exactly what happened against us. They went for the 2-point conversion and converted. Now you give the ball to Russell Wilson with a minute 20. I'm still confident we can march it down the field and kick a field goal for the win. And yeah, I mean, he blew it. So I'm going to say that Russell Wilson did not look very good to me. That's not the way he usually plays. I don't even think he got a first down on that drive. Maybe he did, but it didn't feel like it. We were pretty far back on our end. Yeah. And but there are a couple of positives that came out of that game. Rashad Penny had a monstrous game, running for well over 100 yards in the score. Good to see him back on it. But yeah, man, and it's always tough conditions, especially when you're playing in the snow. You have to have your run game going well, right? You can't rely on the passing game. So that was a positive. I mean, now we're eliminated from the playoffs. It was a long shot for us to get into the playoffs after last week. I think you said there's a 2 or 4% chance that we're going to get into it. So I didn't give him much of a chance. I thought it'd be more exciting though. I thought we would easily roll through Chicago at home, and then now looking forward, whatever happens, I know other people have been calling out. I know Cam Chancellor tweeted that he thinks that a change needs to happen in Seattle. If it does, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm happy. So, either way, it doesn't really matter to me. Looking forward.
I am not.
How is that? No. How is that okay that he can tweet that out?
Cam Chancellor?
He's retired. He's Seahawk alumni. He cares about the team. Right now, he's essentially a fan. And he knows Pete Carroll. He knows this. It's honestly the same defense, the same system, and he sees the same things I do, and like a lot of other fans do. Like Pete just doesn't adapt. That's the whole thing.
Cam Chancellor is always welcome back in my books.
Yeah, we could still use him. I'm sure he can play. He did have a pretty serious injury there, but
is he posturing himself for maybe a front office job?
Hey,
I don't think so.
You never know. Crazier things have happened. I would welcome it, man. At this point, well, I was gonna say I'd welcome Mike as a GM. I would want something. Something to change. We've talked about this. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just talking about the same things, but it every week the Seahawks play, it reiterates what I want to happen and what should happen. So we shouldn't spend too much time on this. But I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Jody Allen to really look at the team, look at the structure, management, and everything, and just, do something.
I'd be fine with you running the team, Ty, but I'd just be scared for like Seattle's unemployment rate just skyrocketing once you get down there, man.
Cleaning house. Hey, like I've said over and over and over, I appreciate Pete, and even Pete and Russ together. They put a stat out there today that they've had since 2012. They're the most winning duo in the NFL. Most regular season wins.
Really?
Yeah.
More than Belichick?
Wins. Well, yeah, because Brady left him. But yeah, more wins than Brady and Belichick together. 2 Super Bowl appearances. I think they had 4 or 5 NFC West division titles. 1 Super Bowl win, obviously. But
who tweeted that? Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll?
No, NFL, like ESPN on NFL.
Oh, okay.
It was just a stat showing.
With the
pretty conceited of them, right?
Yeah. Like, just so you guys know.
We're the most winningest duo.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? Like I said, we've been spoiled. It's awesome. We've had a winning team that's made the playoffs essentially for 9 years. So
yeah, we have been spoiled.
And it's not even just this year. I've said it before. The last 4 or 5 playoff appearances, it's been maybe win 1 game at home if we won the division and get smacked in the second round. Or last year we got smacked at home by the Rams with their backup QB. Like, we're just missing something. I think it honestly is coaching and his ability to adjust during the games and game planning. I think just teams are onto him. So that's why I want to see a change. And John Schneider, he's been awesome too, but we've talked about it over and over again, the drafting down, trading picks, not drafting in the first round. Let's see what happens when you get a younger coach in there with some different ideas and maybe a new GM.
For sure. So this week coming up, we're playing at home again, and we got the Detroit Lions in town. Seahawks are a 7-point favorite. What do you got, Ty? What do you think? You think we're going to cover that spread?
Dude, man, I don't know. And who knows with this weather, right? I think it's supposed to snow more this weekend. It could be another weird, ugly game like that. I'll say one more thing about that Bears game. So when we were driving there in the fourth quarter, we had a 7-point lead, and we were in field goal range. It would have been a short field goal. It would have been about a 24-yarder if we didn't gain another yard. Russell Wilson took a sack on 3rd down, which was inexcusable. He should have threw the ball away, or even the play call, though. Why put him in that position in that weather? Just run the ball, right? Set up the field goal, whatever, 2-possession game. He takes a sack and makes it a 40-yard field goal, which in the snow and the weather, right, is no easy task. So obviously Myers missed that field goal, and the rest is history. They went down and scored. And so there's a bunch of things in that.
Myers has had a tough year. I mean,
He's getting
He's
paid
missed
to
a
be
lot of field goals, my friend.
an efficient kicker, and he has not been. I agree.
Exactly.
But the team in general, man. But you know, it's the end of the year. I hope for some changes and someone new there. You know, someone new.
Yeah, I hope we get a new kicker. Actually, now that you got me on this track, like he missed a 38-yard field goal, man. We would have won the game. We would have won the game.
I think he's the highest paid, one of the highest paid kickers in the league. We made him that 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he was really good last year.
I like Dixon. Can he kick field goals? Probably, right?
I don't know. They might take a look at that.
Yeah, they should. That guy. Actually, we went to the game, and one of the notables I took from the game, I don't think I mentioned on here, was how many Dixon jerseys there are in the stadium.
Dude, we have the best punter in the game.
Yeah, that guy's got a following. And
but the thing is, we have to see him a lot. Right, we get to see him a lot during the games, which is not a good sign for your offense, right?
I was gonna say you don't want to oversee your punter in games.
And the guy didn't even make the Pro Bowl, which was disappointing. Like, I don't understand.
Really?
Yeah,
that just shows the media coverage that Seattle gets, because he should be the starting punter. Who the hell's better than him in the league? Come on, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. But you know, I'm still gonna watch the games, obviously. We're Seahawks fans through it all. I'm hoping for a change and for some better things in 2022.
Let's talk some Canucks, boys. Well, they haven't done really anything, but looks like they'll be back this week from what I hear. Hopefully. I am jonesing out for some Canucks hockey. Although the TSN stuff, the junior stuff is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, what have they done? Bruce Boudreau's doing some cameos. Did you see any of those?
Man, those were awesome. Those were really good. It looked like he was in the middle of the woods in like a log cabin. I don't know.
I was wondering where he was,
right?
Yeah.
Has he moved up here? I guess we don't know yet, right?
No, but they've been practicing and stuff. Or they were in town. I think, what did they start practicing? Boxing Day?
Yeah, then the players wouldn't get off the ice because they're having so much fun. Can you believe that?
And I saw Pedersen showing Hoglander some one-timer tips at the end of practice. They stayed out there extra long. It's good to see. I'm sure they're excited to be back out there, man. It's been a long break for them, unexpectedly again.
Yeah, I don't think they had that type of fun with Travis at the helm. But hey.
Hey, I agree. They were, practice is over. Sweet.
They were getting bag skated. Remember?
Yeah.
Just getting bag skated. So, yeah, no, it's good to see. Good to see that they're having fun.
100%.
Because if they aren't having fun, then they're not going to be producing, and that's just the way it goes with these guys, right? So, number one step is have fun, right, Mikey?
Absolutely, man. So let's just backtrack a little bit and figure out where the hell we're at with these Canucks. We're on a 6-game win streak.
Correct.
Then Bonnie Henry shuts everything down. The NHL basically shuts down or whatever. There's no more cross-border games, or I don't even know what the hell's going on now. But Canucks play tomorrow night. And right now it's Tuesday night, December 28th for y'all, if you don't know. And we play in Anaheim. So I know they made the flight. They got off the plane and everything. So they're in Anaheim. It looks like the game's going to happen. It's not postponed. So what do you think, Govik? 7 in a row or what?
You know what? I think after this long break, I think they're going to get a couple people back. They're not going to be quite as injured. I'm going to say that they pull it off. I'm going to say that they do the 7th game. I don't know how much after that they're going to win, but I do think that they pull this one off. This is Boudreau's old team, right? So he's got some to prove. I'm going to say they fucking pull it off, and it's going to be one of those things, 7-game win streak. Can you look it up, Ty? What other coach started 7-0? I'd love to know. NHL. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Look it up, Ty.
No, I'll look it up. But yeah, I agree with you, Govik. I think we're gonna get our 7th win in a row. Yeah, that would be awesome, and that would set up a really exciting debut against our new rival in Seattle on Saturday night.
Crackheads.
Yeah, so we play the Ducks, the Kings, and then the Kraken.
Oh, we play the Kings. I didn't even look.
Yeah, we play the Kings.
So we're on a back-to-back.
No, I think there's a day off there. I think on the third. So
Tuesday,
a day off.
Thursday.
oh no, it's a back to back.
Yeah, Wednesday,
Kings.
Friday.
Yeah, and then New Year's Day. And you're going to be down there, right?
Hopefully. I think I'm gonna try and get down there. We'll see what happens.
You're
Everything
gonna
changes.
You're gonna do the PCR test and all that stuff.
As of now, yeah, but everything's changing. You never know. Seems like daily, right?
Yeah.
There's something new happening, or who knows? They would close the borders again for, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, planning on it. Hopefully, it'll be a lot of fun down there.
So you got to let us know, and you got to let our faithful know. I
Hmm.
heard that arena is super expensive. Like a bottle of water is $12. That's what I heard.
Too.
You got to give us the download when you go down there and let us know what it's like. Tell us what does it cost to get a buzz? I just want to know.
Don't get a bottle of water.
Yeah, no.
Get a
Yeah,
bottle
no,
of
no,
beer.
no, no, no. Yeah, hopefully beers.
And then the 10th game in a row would be at home against the Islanders on the 4th or the 5th of January. So I think it's doable, guys. If we get through these next two, I think that you got a pretty good shot to get 10 in a row here. And that was one of Boudreaux's cameos, saying that, 6 in a row is great, but 10 in a row is even better. And that's what they're going for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think the advantage here is that, like I said, they were at practice, they were having so much fun. I think that they have a new appreciation for the game again, where all the other teams don't have that little bit of a boost. So that's why I think they can, everybody's well rested. They may pull this off. This may be something we will be talking about for years. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine if we are like the St. Louis Blues of a few years ago?
Yeah,
I know I'm getting ahead of myself here, but
Well, we totally are,
we
but-
finally have some hope in terms of, just like we were saying, how the year I'm talking about 3 years ago, I believe they were just absolutely terrible. They were close to last place
yeah.
just before Christmas, I think, something like that, and then they went on a tear, and obviously the rest is history. They won the cup. Not saying that's going to happen, but it's nice that we have some hope back in the city, and like you said, the team's having fun. They look like it's the practices and the coach, the practicing is transitioning to wins on the ice, which is awesome as Canuck fans. So
Yeah, they got it. They got that little bit of a jolt, right? They needed that. They needed the new voice in the room, and they have that. And he's such a funny guy. I just, first of all, he makes me laugh. Second of all, I can listen to him talk all the time. Like, talk hockey all the time.
absolutely. Let's hope we're talking about a long winning streak next episode here.
Absolutely.
All right, we got some big news coming out of the MLS today. That's why I just popped this Peroni, one of my favorite beers from Italy. And from Italy, Lorenzo Insigne, who won the Euro Cup this year, who played in Naples, signed with Toronto FC. He's coming over to the MLS. We get to see this guy play our Whitecaps. It's got to be good for the game, right?
Yeah, I think so. Is it confirmed? Did he sign?
I don't know. I just heard this like an hour ago.
It's what's being reported. He's agreed in principle, and they're working out the details, according to a couple major sports networks in Europe, actually on Twitter.
Yeah.
So sounds like it's going to happen. It's pretty much a done deal, but I don't think it's officially official. You know what I mean? But that would be it sounds like huge news. I think it's great.
That's a massive signing, not just for Toronto, for the MLS.
Exactly. That's what I meant. Great for the league.
That's a crazy signing. I love it. I know like 10 years ago when the MLS when Toronto FC wanted to make a move, they were trying to get Del Piero. It never happened. So this is just as good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because he's been around, but he's not, in the twilight of his career or anything. He's still kind of he's
very
still
relevant
there.
still.
Yeah.
And I know over the years we talked about Super League, right? And it's not going to happen. But I say the MLS should do it. We got the money over here in North America. Make it happen. This is one step closer to that. What we want to see. Bring all those stars over here. Pay them.
Yeah, it's starting to happen a little more often. I mean, there's been a bunch of, usually, like Chris said, it's usually later in their careers, in the twilight of their career, to come over and they're still like really good playing in the MLS. But yeah, he's still relatively young. I think he's what, 30, 29, 30.
Yeah, I'm not sure his exact age. I know he's younger than when Beckham, Ibrahimovic, Henri, when Henri came and played for New York Red Bulls. He's still younger than they were. And those are big names, man. Thierry Henry, fuck. Come on, man.
Totally. Yeah, if this happens, we need to check out a Whitecap game as soon as they come to town. That'll be a big game.
Yeah.
But on that note, like why don't the Whitecaps, why can't they make a big move like this ever? You know? You got anything?
Good question.
Well,
it's coming.
You think so?
They want to compete. They're going to have to do something like this to compete against these guys. If they're going to have all this talent, what do you want to?
Whitecaps do the opposite, man. Like, look at Alphonso Davies. We finally get a generational talent, and we sell his rights to Europe. Which I get that. It's good for Davies, man. Kovac, you know all about that. Who he's playing for right now.
Right here. Yeah,
unreal what he's done. But yeah,
I was gonna say he's unreal, but even by European standards, he's unbelievable. So I cannot wait. You know what? First of all, and I gotta say this, like, World Cup is intriguing for me for many reasons. The Canada aspect is gonna be even more intriguing this time. Pretty solid team. David's good. Davies is good.
We still need to qualify. It's looking
well. I think it's gonna happen. Like, I honestly think it's gonna happen, and I think it's it's one of those, like, okay, Canada's just as good as Paraguay or some of those lower tier teams. Like, it's pretty good.
Surprise if they get in.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. And I think they have a big game coming up January. Their next
in Hamilton.
Game.
It's going to be in Hamilton.
Oh man, there was talk originally maybe BC Place, I heard.
Yes.
And of course we lost out on that.
Of course we did to Hamilton
for whatever reason.
Because Hamilton is just a way nicer city than Vancouver is. No, it's they said it's more about the travel than about anything else. So that's why, because they have to go to Mexico or something, and then they come back. It's easier to fly there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that would have been nice to have it here so we could check that out.
Well, Horgan fucked all that up. We could have had a nice, beautiful World Cup here. Said, well, let's go to Edmonton. Now we got to go to Edmonton. Right?
Yep, true.
Yeah.
We'll be going too. Road trip.
Absolutely, we'll be going.
You can show me the city.
Yeah, I'll show you a couple things. The mall. I don't know what else to show you. I'll show you the refinery I used to work at.
Sounds good.
All right. Some more news today. Some sad news today. We unexpectedly lost John Madden at 85 years of age. Unexpectedly, it said in the report. I mean, what do you say? John Madden, everybody knows him through the video game. If you were lucky, you were lucky enough to watch him on TV. I know I did as a younger guy. I thought he was great. I knew he, an interesting tidbit about him is he didn't like flying. He wouldn't fly. So he'd have to each game. He'd either take a bus or he'd drive. Yeah. So he'd stick, to the East Coast because of travel, obviously, but interesting tidbit about him. But yeah, very sad to see him go. Obviously, like I said, the video game, he's got the curse too, right? The Madden curse.
Man.
But very sad. We don't know the details right now, but something to think about. Definitely. He made it through Christmas anyways.
Sad news for sure. And they actually just released, which I haven't got a chance to see yet. I recorded it. It's called All Madden. It's a documentary about him. They released it on Christmas Day on Fox. Just about his life and football and everything like that. But yeah, you hear the name John Madden, you think of the NFL, or I think of the NFL. You think of obviously the video games too. I grew up on the Madden video games. A lot of us did. And like you said on TV, I used to watch a lot of early Seahawks games when I was super young, down at Birch Bay, because it was the only thing on TV. We had 2 channels So Sunday morning Seahawks game, and John Madden actually did some of those.
Mhm.
And he's just, you see him and you think football. He's great football mind. He actually won a Super Bowl with the Raiders years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a legendary broadcaster. He's probably the GOAT, I would say, of NFL broadcasting for sure.
Yeah. I always thought it was, every time I think of him, I think of the Steelers. But yeah, it was the Raiders, right?
Yeah. But yeah, sad news.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mike, did you have any John Madden memories?
Well, just obviously playing the video games, and obviously the news obviously saddened me and my household. Is my son, he loves Madden 21
right.
or whatever it is that we've been playing all this time. And I told him today that he passed away. He couldn't believe it. The greatest, or when I think of John Madden, I think of just Monday Night Football. And back in the day, in watching Monday Night Football, he was always the broadcaster on that. And yeah, obviously sad to see him go. Thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. And yeah, sad stuff.
Yeah, very sad. Yeah, I can't believe it. You know who else wouldn't fly? This is very Canadian. Stompin' Tom. Stompin' Tom, hello out there. We're on the hockey games guy.
I
don't know who that is.
I didn't know that
Stompin' Tom. You guys don't know Stompin' Tom.
I know the guy you're talking about, but I know the song. No,
he does that song.
Idea.
Yeah, Stompin' Tom Connors or whatever, and he wouldn't fly. As soon as they banned smoking in the airplanes, he's like, "I'm not flying anymore. I'm going to drive." So he would drive all across Canada.
Because you guys don't smoker.
Yeah, because he wanted to smoke and he didn't want. You guys don't know who Stompin' Tom? Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Song. It's just not a name. What's he known for other than that?
Like
a lot of other songs.
Like what?
What year was he big?
Stompin' Tom Connors? He's been around since he's been relevant for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah. He passed away in 2013, but he has some great songs. Here, I'll go through a list. He's got the hockey song. Oh, hold on. He's got the hockey song, right?
We only got an hour show here, bud.
He's got the Sudbury Saturday Night, 1969. He's got the Ketchup song.
So you got a Stompin' Tom Connors playlist there?
I do. He's got
Mike, you must have listened to it when you guys were hunting.
No, you should hear this guy's playlist, man.
What? I gotta tell you though, my favorite.
The worst part is I got bullets, and I'm like, oh my god, I got one.
He's got the snowmobile song. He's got Canada Day. Now, okay, everybody knows his good old hockey game song, but the song that stands out for me, and when I heard it the first time, I was like, wow, was the Bridge Came Tumbling Down. That's a song from 1971, and it's about the Second Arrows Bridge, the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge. You guys should have a listen to that song. You will appreciate Stompin' Tom after you hear that song. He made a song in memory of all the people that passed away.
We'll have to check it out for sure.
When the bridge came down. Yeah. So, that's some fucking Canadian. Oh, I just spilled my beer. Oh man,
that's a podcast foul there. You owe a shot, my friend.
Oops. Okay, I got.
We should do a shot, man. When was the last time we did a shot on air?
It's been a while.
It's New Year's.
True. Well, we should be We should be champagning the saber, or sabering the champagne.
We got it. Okay. Let's go get our bottles and we'll have a shot.
Okay, what are we shooting?
Slivenichka.
We all have it.
I don't have it.
You drank all yours?
I never had it.
I brought you a bottle, man. It's still on your shelf.
We drank it last when I was there for UFC. It's probably gone.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Oh, you got wet brain there, or you can't remember?
Well, I don't see it on my shelf. I'm looking at my shelf.
Okay, we'll go grab one here.
Well, what are you shooting? Do we all have Glenfiddich, or do we all want to do a Blue Label? No, we don't want to shoot.
We don't want to shoot that.
I don't have you guys kind of money, man. I don't have Blue Labels sitting on my shelf.
How about
I'm gonna do a Kraken.
Rum. Oof.
Okay, I'll do a whiskey. And
you bought me that bottle of Kraken when I moved you here from Edmonton, and I'll show you how good I've been doing on it.
I thought I got you the Mount Gay rum.
Well, you got me this bottle around the same time, I would think.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I've been doing pretty good. I'll show you both bottles. I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, Ty, what are you gonna
let's
get?
grab them. We'll be back here. I'm gonna go get a rye.
I'm gonna get a Glenfiddich. Okay, so we said everybody got their shots. I'm gonna start. I got my Glenfiddich,
Very nice.
single malt Scotch whiskey. What do you got, Ty?
I'm joining you there with the 18.
Ooh, I got the
Glenfiddich.
12.
Small batch reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, what do you got going on there?
I'm going with the Kraken.
He
Black
likes
spiced rum, baby.
he
You
likes
and your rum, huh?
Yeah, he likes rum bum. Phil McCracken. Okay.
All right. Cheers, boys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Well, let's say
Cheers.
good riddance 2021.
Salute.
That'll put a little bit of hair on your chest, eh?
Woo.
Woo. You know you're getting old when you enjoy Scotch whiskey as much as I just enjoyed that one. Anyways, all right, year in review since it's our final show of 2021. 2021 was a year, yeah, maybe we'd like to forget. It was not the greatest year, but there are some memorable moments when it comes to sports. And we're just gonna kind of go through those right now. So, Ty, what's your favorite? What was your favorite football moment of 2021?
Oh man, that's a tough question. As a Seahawks fan, there have not been a lot of great moments this year. Not gonna lie. But you know what? I'm gonna say my favorite moment happened yesterday as I got to the finals in one of our big fantasy football leagues that we do. And that fantasy football obviously is a big part of us watching sports now. Govik, you haven't quite got into the football aspect yet, but hopefully we'll get you in next year. Mike hates it.
Nobody even invites me to the NHL ones anymore. But
hey, 2022 is around the corner. But yeah,
Trev.
So for me, fantasy football, winning a big matchup. There's a lot of great games and storylines, obviously. But for me, that was it because, the Seahawks haven't given me something to be too excited about yet. I'm hoping for some changes in 2022. Mike, what about you? What did you think?
Well, congratulations to you, Tyler, and all your success in fantasy football. Making the playoffs is something I've yet to even, been a part of. But I think the greatest moment in football in 2021 has to be Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl with a new team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's been doing over there. And, they're rolling again this year. So that's, I think, football's, to me, the greatest moment in the last year, in the year review. What do you think, Chris?
yeah, I have to agree with you. You actually stole my thunder on that. It's Brady. And Brady winning without Belichick. I think that was the moment of not just 2021, but the moment of the last few years when it comes to that.
Yeah, I will say it was cool. That game was at home too for Tampa.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, he deserved the win. And what do you say about Brady, really? What about moving away from football and on to the UFC? Mike, what was your favorite UFC moment of 2021?
Oh man, there's honestly been so many great historic moments, lots of changes of the guard when it comes to the UFC champions. But for me, the one that stands out the most is going to be Rose Namajunas when she she shook up the world, knocking out Wiley Zhang or whatever her name is, Wiley Young Zhang, whatever, twice. So she did it once, and then she beat her the second time. So for me, that was probably the greatest moment in UFC this year. But there's a lot to pick from.
Yeah, Stipe, I want to see him come back. I want to see the Stipe come back. That was kind of my most intriguing moment of the year with Stipe. It wasn't my favorite, but it was kind of it got me when he lost the belt, I think it got me more involved in the UFC again because I want to see him come back. So such a huge fan of Stipe. But that was kind of my moment. What about you, Ty?
I think for me, Charles Oliveira winning the title was a huge moment. You could see how much it meant to him. And, more recently, him defending his belt, which I didn't give him much of a shot to do against Poirier. I thought it was really cool when he won the belt. Gave me similar vibes to Rose winning her belt over Zhang there. So, yeah, I thought that was a great moment of the year for the UFC for me.
Yeah, it was a tough one to pick. I remember, this whole week when we were going to do this sort of segment on the show, I'm like, which one to pick? And I remember me and you talking when Rose won, and you're like, I'm crying. I'm like, I'm crying too over here, man. Like I hadn't had that experience with anyone else this year, so that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
another memorable moment. I was at your house, Mike. We were watching the fights, and what's her name's face? You remember that?
Yeah. What is her name? Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh my God. That was a memorable moment.
And you know what? Like, we're drinking here. Like, these guys and guys and girls in UFC, you got to do something about their damn names. What the hell?
What, like the pronunciation?
You can't pronounce them, man. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's tough to do on the fly. 100%. That's one thing we've learned this year doing this podcast. Got to work on our pronunciation.
Yeah,
names.
We gotta do our research prior. Okay, let's swing over to hockey. What I know what you're gonna say. I'm just gonna go first. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
My favorite 2021 moment, and this is Canuck based, was the flying around of a banner in Vancouver that said #FireBenning. That was mine. That was my favorite moment. You know what? It was bad and it was awful and all that stuff, and it was tasteless, but it was fucking hilarious. So kudos to those guys for making me laugh. Anyways, Ty, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say you stole my thunder, but you went in a little different way. I like that. It's along the same lines, though. I'm happy the Canucks cleaned house. That was my favorite Canuck NHL moment of the year. It was about time. Long time coming, and we've talked about it a lot. Look what happens after that change. So we're hoping for good things in 2022. Mike, what's your favorite moment from this year?
My favorite moment in hockey is very easy. It's actually attending the Vancouver Canucks home opener this year with Utah. And after COVID and everything, man, it was rocking. It had playoff vibes. It was so much fun. We lost the game. I didn't give a shit. It was awesome. That was my favorite moment so far of 2021 in the last year in review, since we haven't been able to go to games for 2 freaking years, right? So that was a lot of fun. And we look forward for 2022 for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. So and I'm not going to comment on the next one. I'll let you guys do the talking. But actually, no, I will. And I'll say my favorite moment. Golf moment. So, and I'll start. So my favorite golf moment was actually not the moment. It was the progression of seeing Tiger coming back and doing the father-son tournament there, because he was not in good shape a few months ago, with that accident and everything. So that was great to see. But go ahead, Mike. What was your favorite golf moment of the year?
Yeah, well, that's a very great moment. You speak about, Chris, and we talked about last week about the ratings in that tournament, and everyone's happy to see Tiger back. And his accident happened this past year and everything. But for me, and the greatest moment in golf usually is the Masters champion and Hideki Matsuyama coming out, and I think he's a well-deserved champion. And he wins it. And the moment when his caddy put the flag back in the hole on 18th green, and then he bowed, that was probably the most memorable moment for me in 2021 with respect to golf. Ty, what about you, man?
Yeah, man, there was a lot of cool things this year in golf. Obviously, Chris kind of stole mine there, but that's an obvious great great one there, seeing Tiger back. And I hope to see him, as you're just talking about the Masters, at the 2022 Masters.
So do I, man. I hope I'm buying you dinner.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, my favorite moment, man, was Phil Mickelson. How about Phil Mickelson getting back in the winner's circle,
There's a good one.
winning the 2021 PGA Championship, out-dueling Brooks Koepka and Louis Oosthuizen, who's always in contention, it seems like, at majors down the stretch. And, a lot of people wrote off Phil. He actually started playing a few Champions Tour events, winning both of them. I think gave him some confidence back and everything, which led to him making that incredible run at the PGA Championship. And it's great to see. And him and Tiger obviously have had their battles over the years. So hopefully we can see them both at Augusta in April.
Yeah, just to add that one real quick. That's a great one, Ty. I think Mickelson is now the oldest major winner, if I'm not corrected, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think he's even said, like, Tiger's never going to let him have a record. So, Tiger's going to come back and win another major just to take that record away from Phil Mickelson, right? So,
for sure, yeah. I think he tweeted that out, actually.
Yeah. So
he replied to someone putting out that stat you said about him being the oldest, and then he said something like, "Yeah, Tiger is definitely going to try and break that record like he does everything else I do or whatever." So,
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, looking forward to 2022.
So 2021 was the first year of the West Coast Sports Junkies podcast, and I think we should do a shot to that and pick your poison, boys. I think I'm gonna go with Old Faithful here, and I'm gonna do the Saint Remy, a little bit of brandy, put a little more hair on my chest. How about you guys? What do you guys do?
Nice. I reloaded with the Glenfiddich here.
You're not mixing and matching, eh?
No, not tonight.
And Mikey P, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mount Gay rum. For some reason, our fellow sports junkie there, Govik, always gets me a bottle of these. I don't know why, but they're delicious. So that's what I'm going with.
Well, because you said you liked it,
rum, Mike.
Yeah, I do like my rum.
All right, let's do that, and then I'll tell you my most memorable moment of the podcast. So, cheers!
All right, cheers to 2022, boys!
Woohoo!
Delicious.
Oh yeah. Whew. Okay. Well, my most favorite memorable moment of 2021 when it comes to the West Coast Sports Junkies podcast was when I pulled out the one-liner, the over the Warren Moon. It was I still watch that video from time to time just to get my spirits up when I'm feeling down. So
that was a good one. Came out of left field, man. That was a good one.
It sure caught you off guard.
It was.
It did. We need some more of those from you next year.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I'll think of one real hard and I'll throw it out here on the podcast when when you guys are least expecting it. So
yeah, nice. Are we all doing favorite moments in the podcast?
Yeah, what was yours, Mike?
I think my favorite moment was we talked about it for a long time about doing it, and we recorded some episodes. I remember we couldn't come up with a name. You guys remember that? And then when we finally said, okay, we got a name, we got a logo, let's go. That was like basically my favorite moment. We had a name and a logo, and we went with it.
Nice. Yeah, no, I would say my favorite moments was actually, hearing some of the feedback from the podcast, from obviously some of our friends, but more from, people haven't necessarily talked to in a long time that reached out and appreciated, what we're attempting here. And, we've kept her rolling. We're going to keep going. It's a work in progress, but it's been a lot of fun with you guys. Great way to talk sports and get some stuff off our chest when we have issues with our teams,
Boy, did we have a lot to get off our chest this year. Our two main teams.
100%. I feel like we started this in a year where our teams were the worst they've been in years. Well, Seahawks, we talked about earlier this episode, the worst they've been in 10 years almost. So definitely have had a lot of things to talk about and, give our opinions and what we would want the teams to do and the directions they would want to go.
And
But
some of
fun.
our teams must have been listening to us because they did exactly what we said.
You know what? That's
right.
You're not wrong there. They could have got relayed down the wire, Should hear these guys on the West Coast Sports Junkies.
Yeah, Aquaman's probably like, those West Coast Sports Junkies, they know what they're talking about,
Well, they haven't replied to my resume yet.
Well, that's because they hired Rutherford. So sorry, man, you're out.
He's got a little bit more experience.
Yeah, just a
in the
tad.
National Hockey League.
Just a tad bit. All right, guys, that was a great episode. That was a great year. I really enjoyed working with you guys on this project, and hope we can continue on. And I think where we're at today and where we're at day one, huge difference. The injection of Dirty Dan from time to time was always a positive, and hope to work with you guys in 2022. I think when are we scheduled to have our first episode of 2022? That'll be a big episode.
Next week, man. It's been
it's
been a weekly show.
Yeah. Next week.
Good call.
Same place, same channel,
same time,
same bat time. Okay, guys. Well, great episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys in 2022.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, happy New Year, everyone, and stay safe.